Hi guys, I'm Tim and this is Fred and we're at Active Cycles in Ashford, the showroom that opened just last year where you can find all things Trek and Cervelo. And today Fred and I are going to talk about this, the Trek Checkpoint, which is a hugely popular bike that has seen great increase in demand with the rise of the gravel scene. So Fred, what is this bike? Tell me a bit more about it.
This is a gravel bike, Trek Checkpoint. It's basically a kind of endurance road bike with chunky tyres. It's the kind of do-it-all, go-everywhere sort of road bike.
You and I are both roadies, so you know, previously you'd often go out with your mates and no doubt end up down some lane where you can't go any further and you'd hit some bit of cinder track or dirt path and think, I ain't taking my 23, 25, 28 mil tyres on that. But I guess this is kind of the answer. This is don't stop there, carry on being adventurous, right? It's
basically, go anywhere. So you go out for your big Sunday rides, but I think it's probably the most versatile bike in the range. If you want to do gravel racing, cool, do gravel racing at work. It'll be fine. If you want to do touring, bike packing, you can even put road wheels on it or road tyres and do a Sunday road ride.
So it could be one bike to kind of rule them all in that respect. Two sets of wheels, different tyres.
One bike. Yeah. This with two sets of wheels. That'd be it. Yeah.
So you're telling me that, and you know, you put your money where your mouth is. You bought this bike recently, right?
Yeah.
So which did you buy?
I got the SL5.
Right. And what drove you to buy a Checkpoint? Because you only bought the Amonda a few months ago.
Yeah, so the thing that did it for me was my commute to work. In corporate's a really, really busy main road.
Yeah.
There is a byway that cuts off that main road off the route. So I can use a Checkpoint, essentially cut out the dangerous part, still use the road either end, and just use the byway in the middle, which is a lot safer. You don't see anyone.
So what you're saying, it's also a great commuter bike and allows you to get off the beaten track a bit.
Yeah, you've got mounts on this. You can put bags everywhere on this bike. You can put bags under here, on the fork. Even you can put an extra bottle cage under here.
Yeah, fun fact, someone said to me that you could put 8 bottles on this bike with all the mounting points that it's got.
You can put a crazy amount of stuff on this bike. You could have a rack with 2 panniers. They do a Bontrager make a frame bag for this that integrates really well with the screw holes under here. And yeah, you can have double water bottles, or you can mount whatever you want really. You can have frame handlebar bags as well. And you've also got storage inside the frame as well, so you can put spares inside there as well. So
it's really versatile, really practical bike. So what tyres are on a gravel bike then? What are these?
These are...
They're 40 mil?
They're 40 mil, but these are the GR1s, Bontrager GR1s. These are kind of more, I suppose, summer orientated. On the road, you don't really lose that much speed compared to a road bike on these. You got the GR2s, which are a little bit gnarlier, more for winter. But these, if you're commuting or sort of half on tarmac, half on byways and mud,
great option.
These are perfect, yeah.
And which model is this then? So the Checkpoint.
This is the SL6.
SL6, right?
eTap.
And what's the eTap?
It's got SRAM Rival. This is the Explore version of the group set. So it's 1 by, and it's got a massive range on the rear.
Why is that range important?
Just because, well, you haven't got 2 chainrings on the front, so you just got 1 single chainring up there. And obviously being aimed at off-roading, you're going to come across some very steep stuff and some pretty gnarly terrain. So having that massive range is going to help out a lot.
And for those people that are not familiar with eTap, do you want to just talk through that?
Yes, it's completely wireless. It all runs off Bluetooth. There's no gear cables.
So this is an electric group, is that electronic gears?
It's electronic, yeah. Instead of like the i2 is obviously runs with cables, Shimano, but this is completely, there is no wires anywhere. The battery's housed just in the rear mech there.
And actually, if people have not seen this before, the batteries are really cool. So these batteries are super easy to remove. They're really small, really lightweight, and they charge up really quickly, don't they?
Yeah, and you'll get months and months out of them.
Right, so you're not having to think about this every time you ride. It's literally 2 or 3 times a year you're probably recharging your battery.
Yeah, and if you're going bike packing, they're relatively cheap and small and light. You can carry a spare battery.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And no practice whatsoever. I'm either going to embarrass myself or show you how easy this is, but this little battery clips in here as easy, he says, as
There
that.
you go.
So, you know, it really is kind of, anyone can do it, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I've read about with this checkpoint is IsoSpeed. So just for those that have not seen it, what is IsoSpeed?
Essentially decouples this seat tube,
Okay.
and allows this whole tube to flex a little bit.
Why is that important?
It just adds another level of comfort. It takes that sting out of, I suppose, bumpy terrain and hits. And you've also, with the carbon seat post and the IsoSpeed combined.
So you've got greater compliance,
Yeah.
more comfort, I guess just reinforcing that idea that this is a great touring bike. You can go on some seriously long rides, right?
In terms of comfort, yeah.
So where does the checkpoint range start and finish? I don't particularly mean in terms of price, but obviously in some of Trek's range you have AL, SL and SLR. Is that the same with the checkpoint?
Yeah, you can get the AL models, which are the same geometry, obviously just an aluminium frame. They still have the carbon fork. And it goes right up to the SLR. The SLR has less mounting points, so it doesn't have the fork ones. And it has a different, it doesn't have, it has the same sort of seat post as the Amonda. So it's more aimed at racing.
I was going to say, so I suppose it's all about lightweight, isn't it? You're not mounting an SLR with super light carbon fibre frame. You're racing it, aren't you?
Not aimed at bike packing.
Yeah.
It's aimed at racing, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why I think the SL's more versatile, probably the most versatile bike.
So there you go, guys. You've got a really interesting bike, possibly one bike that can do everything that you want and more. The Trek Checkpoint, complete with SRAM Rival group set, digital electronic gears, fantastic, super powerful hydraulic brakes, loads of mounting points for big long adventures, but for those of you that want to race, a super lightweight version that's ready just for that. And this bike's obviously in stock here at the Ashford shop. So come down and see Fred, come down and see Ash and Kish, meet the team. They'll talk you through the checkpoint range, give you the chance to test ride this bike. And I think I'm right in saying that when you buy this bike, it comes with a bike fit.
Yeah, you get a bike fit with every bike buy, yeah.
Yeah, so it just means that it really will be set up perfectly just for you. So there you have it, guys, the Trek Checkpoint. Come and see what you think for yourselves. Cheers.